Besides the Urban League Guild, the Eport Presbyterian Center, and the African American Collective, are there other groups that work to pull February together?
This year, the NAACP is hosting their Freedom Fund dinner on Friday, February 1st, which is a first for them. Their events are usually held in October and November. You have Friends, which is headed by Kim Nesbitt Good. She's having her salute to African American men. And her event also is held in the month of March. So you have more groups participating this year in African American History Month events than ever before. You have Charlotte Brown with the United Youth in New Jersey. They're having their step contest, which is going to be at our Mickey Walker Center. And you have the National Council of Negro Women. They're also going to be hosting their Harambe breakfast. And there again, they'll be highlighting African American women in the city of Elizabeth. They're going to be highlighting a teacher, Ms. Starlette Harris. I believe Ms. Deborah Dixon is going to be the keynote speaker. So it's a host of events that are going to be happening in the month of February.
Good. And who's the contact person for a lot of these events?
A lot of these events, there are individual contacts, but they can always go to our office on the Bureau of Tourism, Cultural, and Heritage Affairs. Ms. Denise Lowe has a lot of the information. She has the contact information. And it's a good thing, Mary, we decided to open that office up.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It's mostly your idea.
Well, there's no idea.
You come up with the ideas that we try to implement, right. So that's a good one.
But it's a good thing. And I know GEP is having events, the Greater Elizabeth Adolescent Partnerships, which is run by Linda McConklin. So it's a lot of events going on in the month of February.
Now, you've also been active in Women's History Month, which is going to be in March. It's a little after this show airs.
Yes.
And we've done some things in the city of Elizabeth highlighting women's history. Yes. And back to what I said in the first part of the show, as an African-American woman, you have an African-American seeking the presidency and a woman seeking the presidency, and they're both the major victors so far in the race for the Democratic nomination. It's got to create great excitement.
I think it's a wonderful thing for America to have so much diversity running for the high office. It proves that with perseverance, a lot of hard work, some legal battles throughout the years, that we can do this. We can pick qualified people not based on race or color, but based on character, content, and experience.
Or gender.
So now we have that, and it's a good thing.
I think America is still stuck on trying to figure out how this happened.
I think those who would like to gear, racism and things like that, and sexism, through the 21st century, I think they was asleep at the switch.
Yeah, but there's some qualified people, so
very qualified.
It's interesting to see how it's going to all play out. What issues do you feel resonate most with the residents?
Well, local residents here in the city of Elizabeth is always going to be safety. There's always going to be a concern for safety, health issues. How clean, basically, is your city, your neighborhood? When you see your fellow neighbor put paper on the street, do you stop and say, pick it up? Or because I know I cringe when I see someone throw something on the street or toss it out the window. It's those basic issues that's always been there. Safety, a place for your child to go to school and play, where you can raise your family, taxes, and it's good, Mayor, that you sent us a budget this year with no tax increase, and we thank you for that.
Well, that's also going to, the no tax increase, the bills go out soon, and that'll be in the letter to every resident as well. But that couldn't have been done without the cooperation of City Council, Councilwoman, and you and others worked extremely hard with the administration to try and do that. I think in our tenure, it's probably the fourth year that we haven't raised taxes, which I don't think a lot of big cities can point to.
No, especially nowadays with all the cutbacks, with the fears of recession, what's happening in the housing market, with all of our dollars going overseas to fight wars. I think we're trying to do the right thing here in the city of Elizabeth.
I'm really going to put you on the spot, Councilwoman. I want to know which one you think is your favorite event coming up here during the month of February.
Oh, wow. Well, of course, the one that we cheer.
It can't be the one that we do.
It can't be the one. Oh, it's a lot of good events, and
So that's a good political answer. It's a lot of good events.
And a lot of good people are going to be recognized in some of the events, like for the NAACP, people are going to be recognized for Friends. When they do a salute to African American men, there are going to be a lot of good people recognized, a lot of good men. And then in National Council of Negro Women, for their event, they're recognizing a lot of good people. It's just good, and we need to participate, come out and support these type of events.
Councilwoman, I want to thank you for your leadership on the City Council, and you served as the first African American president of the City Council and first African American female. So you've done a great job on the City Council in the years you were there. I wish you lots of luck.
Thank you.
We have two different elections this year, one
Yes, we
for
do.
the United States Senator and the rest of the ticket on June 5th, and the presidential primary on February 5th. And the key is always turnout.
It's going to be key, and it'll be interesting to see how many New Jerseyans come out on a cold winter February 5th date. It could be rain, it could be snow, it could be, we don't know. It'd be good to
Instead
watch.
of getting umbrellas to get out the boat, people will need boots.
Boots and shovels and maybe some salt on the street, and
Councilwoman, thank you for taking the time to join us on the show.
Thank you for having
Look forward
me.
to seeing you at many of the events during the month of February.
Look forward to seeing you also.